In this video I'm working with Drake and Kimber with Gunfire. The owner is planning an elk hunting trip, I believe in October, and he's going to take the two of them elk hunting, and we want to be able to shoot off of both of them and use them to pack out if he shoots an elk. Here I'm working with Drake. Drake is really the better of the two with Gunfire, but he's the younger as far as he's greener under saddle. He doesn't do anything bad, but he needs a little work with steering and that kind of thing. As far as Gunfire, he's really good with Gunfire. So I've been spending less time working with him on Gunfire and more time just putting some miles on him. The steering needs to be better. That's the main thing, is the steering. One-handed steering isn't too great, but as far as Gunfire, he's really good with that. So I'll show you shooting a couple of rounds with him. I keep their feet moving. He's to the point where he could shoot standing still. He'd be fine. And Mark here is reloading for me. I appreciate him reloading. It makes it go a lot easier. And let you watch a little bit of shooting with Drake.
That's why I carried on horseback.
Tim, when you're shooting, are you on purpose just tipping his nose towards the side you're shooting?
So that first round was just to let him know what we were intended on doing, what the plan was, let him hear those first couple shots. And here I'm going to get on him, and I'll be shooting from horseback, and he does a really good job. You'll see we kind of play a little bit at the end, and he's just about ready to go as far as shooting. I will be bringing a long gun with me here pretty soon, so that we can shoot with a bigger gun, physically bigger gun, and then I'll need to get a bigger caliber blank, and that's what we need to work towards, because I'm sure he'll be shooting something like a 308 or something like that caliber wise, so we'll need to be building up to a bigger caliber. But it's all a matter of just a progression, and we just one step builds off the previous step, and the hard part's done. Here we just need lots of repetition now.
Only like to shoot.
I haven't shot in so long. He's gonna be a great horse.
So that was pretty nice. There's nothing to complain about there. As you see, after I shoot the 6 rounds in the gun, I dry fire it a couple times just to make sure he's not flinching on the cock and then just the hammer falling. Now I'm going to swap out and put Drake up and get Kimber out, so you can see what I'm doing with him. Kimber is not as far along shooting wise, but he's further along with the riding and steering part. Kimber has had to do a little bit of kind of backup desensitizing with him. He had to work with some tarps and that kind of thing. He's a little bit more reactive, but you can take a look at him and see where we're at with him. As you see shooting with Kimber, after the first few shots, he's a lot more reluctant to lead. He kind of drags on the lead rope, so that's showing that he's a little bit more worried. So he needs a little bit more work with shooting and getting him to relax to the noise. He's been a little bit more reactive in other ways. That's like when we've been working him with a tarp, and visually he's not too bad with the tarp, but he reacts with the sound of the tarp when he goes over it, and a few things like that kind of noise. He's just not quite as settled. He's had a lot more saddle time, a lot more riding time than what Drake has had, but he just doesn't have the confidence or the relaxed nature that Drake has. So Kimber takes a little bit more kind of remedial work, and maybe not so much remedial, but a lot more repetition. Have to go slower with him with shooting hard. Basically shoot a whole lot more rounds. He just has to get used to it.
It still pays him. It upsets him.
with Drake, the first horse I worked, pretty much after that first shot, I didn't really get much reaction at all. As you see with Kimber here, I get a reaction for a good while, and even an inconsistent reaction, which tells me that he needs lots more repetition, which is what I'm doing here. Really nothing different, just repetition.
Charlie's not real big. His daddy was a preacher and his mama was a painter.
He doesn't look like he's got any freezing.
No. He don't look straight paint either though.
Yeah.
So that's, I think,
But it's just a topical, not sort of like that one. It works great.
that's better. Follow it up to get more and then we get on the ball. He was the more inconsistent one of the two from the beginning.
That doesn't surprise me.
Raven has been working, he was going over a car and dragging the ball, going over the kind of stuff, just kind of getting,
So I'm working both these two horses to Gunfire, and I'm also working Travis to Gunfire. So I'll have a link here so you can watch the other videos of working these horses on YouTube. Until next time, thank you for watching.